Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Okay, why don't you give us your grade of week one?
Well, probably no surprise. I got to go with the Saints, just because, when they destroyed the Panthers 47-10, it's like no biggie because the Panthers are probably the worst team in the league. But then they play the Cowboys, who, of course, the Cowboys crushed the Browns and looked like, they're really solid team like they usually are in the regular season. And the fact that they came out and just embarrassed the Cowboys in Dallas 44-19 was absolutely unbelievable. And I mean, I heard a couple interesting statistics. I mean, obviously the combined score is 91-29 in the first two games, and they had a 62-point differential. And I heard a stat that they're only the third team since the merger that has had that type of differential in the first two games, and both those other teams went to the Super Bowl. So totally unexpected. And I mean, great for them. That is awesome that they're playing this well. I'm kind of happy for Carr too. I've always kind of liked him and felt like he kind of gets the I don't know, people have a negative view of him quickly, and I don't think he really got a good chance in a good offense. So it's kind of nice seeing him play well so far this year.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. Kamara looks like he's ready to go this season. Last year, he had like a little bit of a down year. He didn't look quite like himself, so I thought maybe he was regressing. He has popped. The defense is where I thought it would be. I thought they'd have a pretty good defense this year, a solid defense. The offense has been the big surprise, bringing in that offensive coordinator that I think is a Kyle Shanahan disciple or a Sean McVay, one of the two guys. He's comes from that kind of tree. It's so far has paid dividends because that offense has been really good and explosive. And I agree with you with Derek Carr. I thought the change would be good for him moving from Vegas to New Orleans. It just took maybe a year to get in the right offensive coordinator, get him where he needs to go. But at least for the first 2 weeks, he's looked like he's comfortable in the system that he's in. That's really good for him and the Saints. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go to my grade. I gave it to the Arizona Cardinals. They put up 41 points against the Rams, the depleted Rams, who continue to become depleted. I don't know if you heard, but Cooper Kupp sounds like he might be headed to the IR as well. They can't stay healthy. But they also put up 28 points last week against the Bills, and then the Bills held the Dolphins to 10 points on Thursday. But Kyler Murray looked really good in that game. He only had 4 incompletions, 3 touchdowns. They ran the ball almost 6 yards a carry with James Conner. And then Marvin Harrison Jr., who Clint said wouldn't be good, Clint shout out, had 4 receptions for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. And both those touchdowns came in the first quarter. So I'm going to give the great to the Arizona Cardinals because their offense and their defense showed up, but their offense at the beginning of the year looks like they're firing on all cylinders as well with Kyler Murray at the helm.
Yeah, it looks like the Niners might actually have a little competition this year in their division. I mean, like you said, the Rams are beat up a bit, but Seahawks are 2-0 right now. The Cardinals actually have looked pretty well, even though they lost the Bills, but they played them tough. So yeah, there might be some good games in there, especially after the Niners lose to the Vikings. Obviously, they're not invincible.
Yeah. I don't. Maybe Clint doesn't want to hear that, but I think like with Kyler Murray and the way he can run, buy time in the pocket, it just an added dimension that's so hard for defenses to game plan for. We see this with running quarterbacks that it's getting harder and harder for teams to figure out these running quarterbacks, and someone like Kyler. It shows when he's healthy, he's a hard quarterback to stop.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get injured. That's the big thing with him. He's kind of small, so he gets hit hard and he gets injured pretty easy.
Agreed 100% with that. Okay, you ready to move on to the good?
Yep.
Okay, thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.